What's up, Internet? This is Rambling Josh, and you're watching another episode of Let's Play Starcraft 2. Now, after finishing that last mission, we have access to the Hyperion, which is Jim Raynor's flagship, which coincidentally used to be Arcturus Mengsk's flagship. So now we have this mission archives that we can click on, where we can play through any of the previous missions, as well as see any of the previous cinematics. And we also have access to the armory.
Hey everybody, our glorious leader has returned. Hey man, what's up, cowboy?
What do you got for me, Swan?
The usual, building up our standing forces.
Bringing my troops and hardware up to speed, huh?
Yup, you can add upgrades for their tech right here on the console. But building an army on the run ain't cheap. You brought back credits this time, right?
Look, I know money's been tight, but that artifact we just picked up from Marsar is gonna solve everything.
Yeah, I've heard that before, brother.
It's different this time.
Yeah, I heard that one too.
So here in the armory, we can click on this console and we can apply upgrades to our stuff. So we got our bunker, we got our marine, and our medic. You can see we got 100,000 credits available. First thing I want to buy is stim packs. And as the description here says, using a stim pack does a little bit of damage to the marine, and it makes you attack a lot faster for a little bit. Well, and move faster. And it's a very good upgrade. And the damage is kind of offset by the fact that, you have medics. So anyways.
What's our general status, Matt?
We've picked up a distress call from the planet Agria. There's a colony there under attack by the Zerg. Your convict buddy Tychus lined up a mission retrieving another artifact. It's on a Protoss shrine world called Monolith.
And so now, at this point, the missions kind of start branching out. We start getting multiple choices for what mission we want to do next. The way it works is there's a whole bunch of different storylines, and you can choose which storyline you want to play through at which time. You can do like the first mission in each storyline, or you can play one storyline all the way through, or whatever. Typically, it's best to kind of play through them all in unison. That way, when you get to the end of a particular storyline, where the missions are harder than the beginning of the storyline, you have more upgrades. But that's not always the case. So we have this mission on Monolith.
Boys think there's another artifact on a world called Monolith. Supposedly there's Protoss guarding it. A group of fanatics call themselves the Tal'Darim. Now don't get all sentimental thinking these Tal'Darim are your old Protoss buddies, 'cause they ain't.
Jim Raynor has some serious past with the Protoss, but yeah. So there's Monolith, and that unlocks the Marauder. It also tells you how many credits you will earn, and there's also this stuff called research, which will become apparent, starting next episode. But for now, we can go here and get 4 Protoss research, or we can go here.
Any ship receiving this transmission. The Zerg are invading Agria. The Dominion abandoned us here. We're just a small farming colony. We've got to evacuate before we're overrun. If you can hear this message, please help us.
Or we can go to Agria, and here we get slightly less money and Zerg research. I tend to prefer to go to Agria first, not for any particular reason, just because.
Thank you so much for responding to our distress call, Commander. I'm Dr. Ariel Hanson, and I represent the people of the Agria colony.
Pleasure to meet you, Doc. You can call me Jim. What's the situation?
The Zerg have overwhelmed our planetary defenses. The colony is lost. For the past 12 hours, we've been evacuating people to the nearest starport, but the Zerg attacks have become so intense, we can't get any more through. If you can guard the highway, we can start sending the remaining groups every few minutes.
Don't worry.
So
we'll get your folks through to that starport safe and sound.
So you're calling people to come fly down to your planet to help you escape. I mean, I guess it makes sense to save the people, but it just seems kind of counterintuitive. Like, come here so we can run away. Now, this mission's fairly straightforward. It's another one that's kind of time sensitive, but not quite as much so as the last one. And for this mission, we get the Firebat, which is a heavily armored unit that does area of effect damage. It's particularly good at dealing with Zerglings.
I got us some firebats, cowboy. These suckers have got flamethrowers that'll roast the Zerg, but good.
And of course, like I said, they're heavily armored, so they're very durable. They got 100 health. You can see they're attacking both Zerglings at the same time because, like I said, splash damage. Oh, that was unexpected. Well, I've never seen that happen before. I guess we weren't supposed to engage both of those groups of Zerglings at the same time. There's a couple caches of Vespian gas there. Let's set our guys up over there.
Here. I'll give you control of the main building so you can help us evacuate the colony.
And there we got a command center and a barracks. So first things first, we want to start building as many SCVs as we can. And start building a couple Marines as well. We want to increase our standing force. There's no caches of minerals and stuff around here. And build a supply depot.
We'll need to escort the convoys all the way to the main starport for them to have a chance of escaping this planet.
So, the goal here is to escort a bunch of convoys across this path here. Oop, accidentally zoomed in there. Make sure this SCV goes back to mining afterwards. And this tech lab is required to build firebats and medics. I'm going to build firebats eventually, but for now I'm going to stick with Marines just because they're cheaper and they're a little bit more cost effective. They also build faster, so it's a better way to get your standing force up quicker. And hotkey our forces on 3. You don't have to hotkey them that way, that's just the way I tend to do it.
Don't stop for anything. Let's roll.
Now one way you can do it is just right click on the vehicle thing, the convoy, and your forces will automatically follow it. That may not be the best way to do it, just because that means that they're automatically behind it. So better would be to control them yourself and kind of keep them just around it. So if anything comes in from the front, you can counter it.
To defend the roads. Why are they empty?
The Dominion military abandoned them when the Zerg attacked. They didn't give a damn about the colony.
Sorry to hear that.
Continue building up our
At
force.
least these bunkers are in a good spot. I'll see if we can't get them manned.
So we're getting up a decent force of SCVs here. We're going to worry about getting that up before we start mining any gas.
Additional supply depots required.
And our supply depot should be just about done. Let's just build another one right away.
Our allies are being attacked.
Oh, there's a cache of minerals here. Let's grab that. There's another one down there, but I don't want to get too far off the road at this point. Some gas.
Is under attack.
Some bunkers coming under siege. Let's salvage it. Reason being is it was in the red, which means that it's taking, it's like on fire. So it was going to break eventually. So I salvaged it to get my resources back before it got destroyed. So we're getting a little high on minerals. So let's build a couple more barracks. Put 3 SCVs in gas. And we can start heading back this way. Now what I want to do is bring an SCV up here.
It's a long haul to the starport, partner. How can we be expected to guard the whole thing?
I reckon we can use a mobile force to keep it clear, or build more
I want to
bunkers
send an
along the
SCV
approaches.
here.
Either way should work.
Get all our barracks hotkeys. Get our SUVs back to work. Actually, let's have you build another barracks.
The next convoy is almost ready to go, Commander. Please alert your men.
And I want these SCVs to build some more bunkers. And this, I'm going to build a tech lab there, and this one's going to start building some fire bats. And with supply depots, you can actually lower them, so you can walk over them if your guys get stuck. I'm going to bring this fire bat up here and put them in this bunker. Build another bunker there.
Complete.
Build another bunker there.
Get to the starport! Move it!
Not enough minerals.
You walk all the way over here. I'm going to move my force up there.
Not enough minerals.
Keep building. Oh, I don't need any supply depots right this moment. Put you back to work.
Base is under attack.
Oop. Our SCV got caught behind there. Don't need to build any more up there. So let's get our force following this convoy.
Our allies.
Send those fire bats up there.
Convoy's in danger. Hit 'em, boys.
Let's build a couple more supply depots.
Enough minerals.
Or just one.
Base is under attack.
Try and hold this off so our bunkers don't get destroyed.
Base is under attack.
Let's get these fire bats and put them up there. I'm probably good on SCVs at this point. There's another geyser here. So if you want to mine more gas, you could do that, but I'm not too worried about that. Let's build another supply depot. And actually, I want an SCV up here. I'm going to build another bunker here. The idea is just to have the SCV there to repair. Bring those two fire bats up here. Send one fire bat up there, and send the other one up there. Patrol him. And patrol this fellow.
Commander, another convoy will be heading out soon.
And with those two fire bats up there, that should be good. So this is our standing force, and now we got a bunch of bunkers full of fire bats on those two main choke points. How many SCVs do we have here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's 8, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So perfect, I got exactly enough SCVs. 3 per mineral patch and 3 per for there. Gonna build a couple more supply depots.
Additional supply depots.
And now that I'm good on fire bats in my bunkers, I'm gonna start building medics instead of more fire bats. Build another barracks. Let's actually have these guys, instead of going back to the minerals,
Is under attack.
let's have them build more supply depots. And you'll notice that the fire bats were able to clean this up just fine on their own.
The doctor is in.
Okay, this barracks. Let's actually build a couple. Wow. Really don't have much room to build in this place. Build a couple engineering bays.
Is under
The
attack.
doctor is in.
This place up here is getting assaulted. Okay, so this hydralisk is out of range, so we just gotta unload this bunker so we can actually reach it.
The doctor is in.
Okay, so it made it there just fine, so let's get our guys back here. Let's get some upgrades from these engineering bays. Let's actually have all of our forces meet right there. What I want to do is have these fire bats, unload them with D. And if we come up here, we can grab a couple caches.
Sir, we just detected Zerg organisms entering the upper atmosphere.
And here we
We
get a
can't give
piece
you
of
insight,
Zerg
but they're
research, so
heading your
sitting right
way.
there. Turn them to the bunkers. Let's have this force come in here.
The doctor is in.
And if we head down here, there's another piece of Zerg research. And I'll just head back here. Keep building stuff. Build another
We
barracks.
have another convoy ready to be escorted, Commander.
The doctor is in.
This better be good. You gonna give me orders?
Accidentally put an SCV in there, so let's fix that. You queued back to there? Yeah, you are.
Additional supply depots
Oh.
required.
Need some more supply depots. Build a bunch of those. So you can see at this point we have quite the force. We've uncovered all of the Zerg research. And we got a bunch of bunkers
Everyone's here. Let's go.
clearing or covering the way.
Additional upgrade complete.
Hotkey U.
Additional supply depots required. Upgrade complete.
Might behoove you to put a couple bunkers here as well, but I don't think you really need to. Oh, I only have one fire bat there? That's kind of strange. Now at this point you probably have a good enough force that you don't really need to pay as much attention to your base, so you're probably better off paying a little bit more attention to what's going on the road. Let's have one of our fire bats head into that bunker.
Not enough.
The doctor is in.
Yes, sir.
You don't really need to worry about killing those things. They're honestly at this point they're a little more there just to serve as a distraction than anything.
The doctor is in.
Here we got a flyer. We're gonna need our Marines to kill that. Fire bats can't shoot air. It might be a better idea for these bunkers, instead of putting 2 fire bats, you can put 1 fire bat and 2 Marines in each bunker. That might be a better idea. Let's actually do that. Let's see. Okay, and head down here. These things here, they just serve to spread the purple stuff that's the creep, and the creep doesn't actually do anything dangerous, it just makes Zerg units run
Sir,
faster
picking
on
up
it.
seismic disturbances closing in on your position. I think it's some kind of tunneling Zerg.
So, it's not something that you necessarily have to worry about killing. You can if you want to, but you don't need to. If you were playing multiplayer, those things, they're called creep tumors, they would actually be invisible unless you had a detection unit. But here in the single player, you can actually see them just fine without it.
We're almost done, Commander. Another convoy will be starting out soon.
It's quite the armor we got there. Did all those supply depots finish? And now you can see we're at a maximum supply of 200, and it can't actually go above that. So at this point we could build like 50 supply depots and it wouldn't do anything.
The doctor is in.
So the most you can have is an army with 200 supply worth. Some units are worth more supply than others though. If we see the Marine, it says 1, Medics it says 2, Firebats it says 2, SCVs it says 1, and that's just the number beside the minerals there.
Is the road safe up ahead? Guess we'll find out. You gonna give me orders?
I don't think we can get more than one upgrade for weapons and armor apiece
The doctor is
at this point.
This better be good. Been waiting. Go, go, go! What's up? By the numbers.
So our force can't really get a whole lot bigger than it already is.
The doctor is in.
Now I want to make sure to kill this thing while we're here. Otherwise units are just going to endlessly stream out of it towards these bunkers. The one thing about having Marines in these bunkers is you can see there's a Hydralisk here, and Firebats wouldn't have been able to reach that, but Marines can. You can see it says requested supply usage not possible because we're at 200. So get these guys up with the rest of our army. I want to make sure to kill this Nidus worm. And it occurs to me that I haven't actually used stim at all yet. I just haven't really had a need to. Okay, we want to kill this Nidus worm. So unload our guys in the barracks, or the bunkers. And let's get them back in there. I guess we lost a couple Marines there. Or something, I don't know. It's not a big deal though, because this is our last shipment of people. And they all made it. Somehow we got more than 50 people into here. It said it was at
That's the last
I don't know.
Go. Lift off now.
It doesn't really matter.
We've lost the colony, but my people got out alive, thanks to you, Commander.
I think you're able to win the mission even if you only got 30 out of 50 people. I don't think you have to protect every single convoy, but it's not particularly hard to do so. And apparently I only lost 4 units that entire mission. So we get 100 minerals, or 100 credits. And, what was it, 3 things to Zerg research? And yeah, we won the mission too. Looks like Ariel's come on board.
Great job, sir. Dr. Hanson's offered to stay on with us for now, and I think her skills will be invaluable.
It's hard to believe I'm even here.
Great to have you, Doc. How you planning on pitching in?
Well, your medical facilities are medieval, and your science expertise is non-existent. Perhaps I could start there.
Ouch.
Sounds like a good plan.
I guess you might be able to teach Stedman a thing or two. Welcome aboard, Doc.
What else we got going on here? Ah, this fellow. This is another place you can spend your credits.
Looks like you're back in business.
That I am, Mr. Hill. And fighting a Zerg and Dominion all at once is going to take its toll on my standing forces. You got any guns for hire?
But you know the invasion makes it a seller's market right now. Still, your bartender over there makes a hell of a Mai Tai. So, sure, I've got some mercenary contracts you might be interested in.
You're all heart, Mr. Hill.
Now with this guy, you have the ability to buy mercenaries. Devil dogs? Oh, those are fire bats. Mercenaries are basically just like advanced versions of units that you already have. These guys are marines, these are fire bats, and you unlock more as you unlock more different types of units. And they're stronger than your typical unit of that type, and they're also you can only you can only build. Well, you don't build them at all. You just summon them, kind of thing, and they just kind of fly in from the stratosphere. And you can only summon like 3 rounds of them, and there's like a time limit on how quickly you can get them. Well, that all makes sense in the future when I actually have a chance to demonstrate it. I don't really like mercenaries all that much personally, but they can definitely be useful. For the time being, I'm going to leave it here for today on Let's Play Starcraft 2. Catch you later.